Hello everyone. Well, today I've got a unique opportunity to show you something new. I am going to be weatherizing a house. We've got a house here that is having a hard time with the heater, so it's cold in the house, and we've got some even colder weather coming in the next couple of days. So out of an abundance of caution, we are going to weatherize this vacant house so that we don't have any frozen pipes or any damage. We're going to start with shutting the water off at the street level, and we're going to do that with a pair of channel locks. This is the water meter. You can see you've got a place here to open it that you can pull with your pliers. And then on the top here, this is a sensor that's used for the meter readers to come by and just scan that and get the numbers off of your meter, as opposed to having to open them up and actually visualize it. All right, so if we open it up like that, there's usually a bunch of leaves and debris and stuff in here. But I have already gone in here and shut this water off previously. And you can see that there is a valve with a couple of holes on it there that you can put a lock on. This moves pretty easily, and when you move that with your pliers, it will turn the water on or off. In this case, it's in the off position. The meter itself is here with a little cover on it. You can see it's a digital meter, and it will register water movement when you've got that turned on. Now that we have the water shut off, we want to make sure that any of the hose bibs on the outside of the house are covered with a styrofoam cover or wrapped up if need be as well. Let's go ahead and head on inside. So now inside, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around to each of the drain traps in the house, and we're going to put a little bit of antifreeze that I picked up at the auto parts store into those traps. That way we make sure that all the drain lines don't have the opportunity to freeze. But first, we're going to drain out the service lines because we turned off the water at the street, and we're going to do that by opening up the tub line. So here's our tub. We're going to go ahead and open up that line. And what that's going to do is drain the little bit of water that is in the plumbing system, this being one of the lowest points in the plumbing system, and it's going to let air into the pipes. I like to go around to each of the valves and open them up as well. And you can hear more water coming out of that tub as we open up each of the valves. There we are at the kitchen, turned on, and we got no water there. That's a high point in the system, so that's going to pull air in and drain out to that tub. See, as soon as I opened up this, it sucked air into that valve, and I got a little bit of water out of that tub spout, so we're good there. Same thing happened when we opened up the shower. We got a little bit of gurgle and a little bit more water out, which is what we want. Okay, now that all the water is drained out of the service lines, I'm going to use my antifreeze, and I'm going to pour a little bit into each drain trap around the house. Now, you don't need a lot of antifreeze. You don't need to, dump a whole gallon down each one of the drains. Just enough to get in and coat the inside of the pipe and sit in the water that is at the bottom of each trap. Now for toilets are very important not to forget the tank on the back, because there's water sitting in that tank. And if that gets cold enough to freeze, it will break that tank and you'll need a whole new toilet. So we're going to put some antifreeze into the water there. Now I'm going to flush this, and it will not fill up again. I'm going to get a little antifreeze on that. And I have a small amount of water now in the tank. And I'm going to put some antifreeze in that to prevent it from freezing. And we'll do that to all the toilets. Now I'm going to leave that tank lid off so that people know that it's been winterized when they come in. I'm going to do some more drain treatments. Here's another one that people forget, is the drain for the washing machine. That trap is all the way down at the floor level there, but if you put some in that drain, then you'll be okay. All right, we've got that one treated too. Now we're ready to double check and finish up. We're going to make sure we didn't miss any drain lines. I don't think we did. I'm going to close these valves back up now that I'm going to leave one open, and I'm going to leave all the rest of them closed. That way when they turn the water back on, not every valve is going at once. Okay, so we're all wrapped up. I went ahead and made sure all the valves were closed except for one. I've got the antifreeze there on the countertop, and the lid to each one of the stools is off so that you can tell that the house is winterized. The whole process only took me about 10 minutes or so to handle the drains that were in this house and make sure that we're ready for cold weather. So thanks so much for spending a little bit of time with me.